Next, I'll explain. Okay, afternoon session question paper solutions, please. Okay, right. Here, first question. Note in the question, please. Right. Now, the question, given frame EFG. Okay, this is the frame EFG. Okay, shown in the figure. All members are prismatic. What is the meaning of prismatic? Okay, it means area is same place. Okay, and having equal flexural rigidity. What is flexural rigidity? EI. Okay, and the members FG, okay, the member FG carries a uniformly distributed load W per unit length. Okay, axial deformation of any member is neglected. Okay, in the question is given axial deformation in any member is neglected. Don't consider axial deformations, please. Okay, generally this is rigid jointed frame, right? In rigid jointed frame, always will neglect the axial deformations, please. Compared to bending effect, axial effect is negligible. This is the reason always in rigid jointed frame cases will neglect the axial deformations in analysis part, please. Okay, so don't consider axial deformations. Then considering the joint F being rigid. Okay, so joint F is rigid, please. And the question is given joint F is rigid joint. Okay, and asking to find the support reaction at a joint G. Okay, asking to find the support reaction at a joint G. At a G, which support it is? Roller support, right? For roller support, how many reactions will develop? Only one reaction. Now here, which reaction? Vertical reaction. So he asking to find the vertical reaction at a joint G, please. Okay, right. To find the vertical reaction at a joint G, you can use Castiglione's method or consistent deformation method. Okay, or you can use unit load method also, please. Okay, right. Here, first, find the horizontal reaction. Okay, find the horizontal reaction at E, please. Okay, so let me draw this diagram separately. Subjected to UDL W per unit run, right? I think this length is given 2L and this length is given L, right? Here this is 2L and this is L, right? Yes, and this is EFG. So this is E, this is F and this is G. That's it, EFG. What is the given data? So axial deformations are neglected. Right. Now here find the horizontal reaction, please. What is the horizontal reaction at E? To find the horizontal reaction, use sigma h equals to 0. Nothing but right moving force equals to left moving forces. Okay. In this diagram, what are the right moving forces? Right moving force is only HE. Then what are the left moving forces? There is no left moving forces. Then HE equals to 0, please, because no left moving forces. Okay, so we got horizontal reaction equals to 0. So only thing is we have to find the vertical reaction at support G. Okay, here I'll use consistent deformation method. It's nothing but flexibility matrix method only, please. Okay, right. Then in the question is given joint F is rigid joint, right? Okay, I told at the rigid joint, rotation in all the members are same at the rigid joint place. Okay, so it means rotation in member Fe, rotation in member Fg, both are same because this is rigid joint. Okay, so rotation of member Fe equals to rotation of member Fg. Okay, why it is same at the rigid joint? Because it is rigid joint. Okay, at the rigid joint, rotation member Fe, rotation member Fg, both are same only. Then only you will get the included angle between the members 90 degrees. Okay, if it is before loading, it is 90 degrees now. After loading also, included angle between the members remains same at the rigid joint. This is the reason rotation in all the members are same at the rigid joint place. Okay, right. Then, but you have to find the vertical reaction at support G, right? Okay, then do one thing. I'll consider at joint G, at joint F, rigid joint na, rigid joint can carry axial force, shear force and bending moment, right? Okay, just I'll consider moment is redundant at joint F. Okay, the chosen redundant is moment at a joint F place. Then after knowing moment at joint F, easily we can find the vertical reaction place. Okay, so your chosen redundant is moment at a joint F place. Chosen redundant force is moment at F place. Now I want to find the moment at F, okay, using this relation. Okay, for this I'll draw the free body diagram. Okay, right here, free body diagram. So this is W, and this is the vertical reaction Rg. Right. So this is F and this is E and this is G and this length is 2L and this length is L, right? Right. Here three internal forces are there: axial force, shear force and bending moment. Okay, just mark the three internal forces. But initially I don't know the direction of internal forces, please. Assume one direction initially. Okay, now balance it. Then here to balance this one, this is upward. Okay, just consider this is reaction RF. This is a reaction RF, upward. Then if it is up, balance, then this is down, please. Just free body diagram. Okay, then here this is HE, right? We got E equals to 0. This is right side, then this is left side, and this is HF equals to 0. Why 0? Because right moving force equals to left moving force is now. Right moving force is HE, it is value got 0, and here also 0. That is left side na, then here right side, then this is HF equals to 0. Okay, and there is a moment, right? We don't know the direction of movement, right? Okay, just I am assuming moment at here anti-clockwise M, please. Okay, then this is anti-clockwise, balance it here, then this is clockwise, please. Okay, then I told rotation in member FE equals to rotation in member FG, right? Now we'll find the rotation in member FE. Now this is the member FE, right? Okay, then I'll do one thing, just make it horizontal. Okay, only member FE, make it horizontal. This is the member FE. Okay, just I'll draw this, I'll show this in horizontal direction. Then this is E. After making this horizontal, left side, this is RF. Okay, and this moment is clockwise, right? So this is clockwise, so mark it clockwise M. Okay, and after rotating this, this will become upward na. So this is upward, HF equals to 0, and length is 2L, please. Okay, then don't consider axial force, please. In the question is given axial deformations are neglected. Which one is the axial deformation? Now this is the axial deformation, right? RF. Okay, so don't consider here RF, please, because axial deformations are neglected. We have to consider vertical deflection. Okay, now this is cantilever beam. Okay, here vertical reaction is 0 na. If vertical reaction is 0, then this is nothing but cantilever beam. Cantilever beam subjected to moment M. Okay, cantilever beam subjected to moment M, please. Then what is the deflection here? How it will deflect? Due to moment M, please. Here vertical reaction 0, but horizontal force don't consider, because horizontal is axial na. Axial deformation is neglected. Okay, right here. Then due to moment, okay, this is clockwise movement na. If it is clockwise movement, okay, then if the movement is clockwise, rotation at F also clockwise. Then to get the clockwise rotation at F, shall I draw deflected profile above or below? If I draw deflected profile below like this, then only with respect to horizontal will get the clockwise rotation. Now this is the rotation FE, please. Okay, right. Then what is the rotation, please? Cantilever beam subjected to movement. What is the rotation formula? ML by EI, right? ML by EI. ML by EI. EI is axial rigidity. And what is M here? M only. But what is the length here? 2L by EI. Okay, right. So this is clockwise, so we got positive. So we got rotation in member FE. Similarly, find the rotation in member FG. Okay, member FG means we have to consider this diagram separately, please. Okay, now I'll draw this free body diagram separately, please. Okay, rotation member FG. First note on this, please. Right. The length L. This is FG, right? Then this is F, and this is G, and this is the reaction RG, and this is the reaction RF. And your HF value is 0, right? HF value is 0 and subjected to anti-clockwise moment M, right? Then mark it anti-clockwise moment M. Okay, right. I'll do one thing. I'll use the principle of superposition. Subjected to UDLW, this is F and this is G, plus here there is a moment anti-clockwise M. So this is F and this is G. So length L, right? Length L. Okay, right. We have to find the rotation of member FG. Okay, right. Now this is simply supported beam, right? Okay, then simply supported beam, how it will deflect? It will deflect like this, right? Okay, then there is a rotation, right? Now this is theta F. This is theta F1. I'll give the notation. Okay, right. Then simply supported beam subjected to UDL over the entire span. What is the slope formula, please? What is the slope? This is clockwise now, then clockwise is positive. Okay, so clockwise rotation is positive, anti-clockwise rotation is negative. I'll follow the sign convention. Now simply supported beam subjected to UDL, what is the slope at the support? W L cube by 24 EI, please. This is the standard formulas from strength of material. W L cube by 24 EI. Okay, then similarly, how it will deflect? Moment is clockwise or anti-clockwise? Moment is anti-clockwise. If the upland moment is anti-clockwise, rotation at F also anti-clockwise na. Then to get anti-clockwise rotation at F, shall draw deflected profile above or below. Here moment direction is anti-clockwise, rotation also anti-clockwise only, please. Okay, then to get anti-clockwise, I'll draw the deflected profile like this. Okay, now check it, are you getting anti-clockwise or not? Yes, now this is anti-clockwise, this is theta, for example F2. Okay, now this is simply supported beam subjected to movement at one end. What is the slope hit here? ML by 3 EI. Okay, from strength of material, please. Okay, so here theta F2, but this is clockwise or anti-clockwise? This is anti-clockwise na, then negative. Okay, then this is ML by 3 EI. Then what is the net slope at joint F, please? FG equals to theta F1 plus theta F2. What is theta F1 please? WL cube by 24 EI, and theta F2 minus, right? Then ML by 3 EI. Okay, so we got rotation in member FG. Okay, so rotation member FE equals rotation member FG, right? So rotation in member Fe equals to rotation in member Fg, we have to equate. What is the rotation member Fe we got? Fe we got 2 ml by ERH, 2 ml by EI. The rotation member Fg, this value, right? Then WL cube by 24 EI minus ml by 3 EI. Then from this equation, can you find the moment m please? Yes, we can find the moment m. Then here WL square by 56. Okay, so this is the moment m. Okay, we taken redundant is moment at joint F, right? Okay, what is the value you got? WL square by 56 please. Okay, 56 by EI. Okay, EI get cancelled, na? Okay, EI get cancelled. Right. Then after knowing moment, then how to find the reaction Rg? Okay, first note on this please. Right. Then look here. We got reaction Rg equals to, now we have to find Rg, right? We got moment value. What is the moment value we got? WL square by 56, right? Yes, WL square by 56 we got. Okay, then we have to find the reaction Rg. How to find the reaction Rg? By taking moment at support F, that is at joint F. Okay, by taking moment at joint F, then we'll get the reaction Rg value please. Okay, right. How? Look at here. This Rg taking moment about F, na? Taking moment about F, so sign conventions, anti-clockwise negative, clockwise positive. So this is G, this is F, there is a UDL, W, length L, and we got moment value, I think WL square by 56, right? Okay, so we have to find the reaction Rg value, right? This is anti-clockwise, right? Then minus Rg, perpendicular distance is L. Okay, and UDL is clockwise, right? Plus W into L into L by 2, and your moment is anti-clockwise, right? Minus WL square by 56, then equals to 0. Then from this equation, can you find the reaction Rg value? From this equation, just solve this equation. After solving this equation, you'll get the value 0.5 482 WL, 0.482 WL. So this is the answer, please. Okay, just note down. I'll show from starting. Now the first slide, second slide, this is the third slide, this is the fourth slide. Right, next question. Okay, now this is the question. So this question from cables chapter, please. Okay, right, a perfectly flexible and inextensible cable is shown in the figure. Okay, the external loads at F and G are acting vertically. Okay, this is the given diagram, and asking the magnitude of tension in the cable, okay, segment FG. Okay, he asking to find the tension in the cable FG, please. Okay, first here supports are at same level or different level. Supports are at different level. Okay, so first we'll find the support reactions, please. Okay, right, first I'll find the support reactions. Right, so we know this rise at point F, right? Okay, right, so cable subjected to tensile forces, right? Then this is the HE, okay, and this is VE. Okay, right, by taking moment at joint F, I told cable can resist only axial tensile force, right? Okay, it cannot resist moment. Okay, so in cable moment is 0 everywhere, right? Okay, moment is 0 everywhere in cable, please. Okay, now I'll take moment at F equals to 0, not only at F, please, everywhere it is 0 only, please. Okay, just bending moment at F equals to 0. Okay, then look left part. Okay, just look left part because I want to find the support reaction values first. Okay, so here in this diagram, right, so bending moment at F equals to 0. So sign conventions, anti-clockwise negative, clockwise positive. Okay, we are looking left side. Okay, just left to the point F. Okay, left to the point F. First, vertical reaction develop clockwise or anti-clockwise. This is clockwise now. Okay, so clockwise is positive VE. And what is the perpendicular distance up to point F? This is given 2 meter now, force into perpendicular distance. So this is 2 meter. Okay, right. And here horizontal reaction also develop moment at F, right? And this is clockwise or anti-clockwise? This is anti-clockwise, right? Then minus HE into what the perpendicular distance, please? 2. So this is 3, right? Perpendicular distance is 3. This is 3 equals to 0. Okay, right. Now from this equation, can you find the HE value? So from this equation, HE equals to 2 by 3 VE. Okay, HE value we got 2 by 3. That's it, right? 2 by 3 by VE. Right. Next, and we don't know this ordinate at point G, right? Right. We need one more equilibrium equation. Then next, I'll take moment at F, please. Okay, taking moment about H. This is not F. This is H. Next, taking moment about H. So anti-clockwise negative, clockwise positive. Okay, right. Then here VE clockwise or anti-clockwise towards F, so towards H, please, not F, towards H. This is clockwise. Okay, clockwise is positive, right? Then VE, what the perpendicular distance? This is totally 6 meter, right? 6 meter. And H clockwise or anti-clockwise? Towards H. Towards H. This is anti-clockwise, right? Then minus, this is HE, right? HE. What the perpendicular distance? 1 meter. Yes, 1 meter. Okay. And here 10 into what the perpendicular distance? 4, right? This is clockwise or anti-clockwise? This is anti-clockwise, right? Then 10 into 4 minus 10 into 4. Next, and one more load is there, 12, clockwise or anti-clockwise? This is anti-clockwise, minus 12 into what the perpendicular distance? 2 equals to 0. Okay, right. In this equation, two unknowns are there, right? What is H here? 2 by 3 by VE, right? Then in place of HE, okay, in place of HE, substitute 2 by 3 VE in place of HE. Okay, then solve this equation and find the value of VE, please. Okay, just find the value of VE. What is the value of VE place here? Right. Then VE is right. Okay. First note on this, please. Right. Then VE you'll get 12 kilonewton. Then next find the HE. What is HE, please? It is 2/3 of VE, right? 2/3 of VE. What is VE? 12. Then this is 8 kilonewton. Okay, so we calculated vertical and horizontal reaction, please. So this is 12 and this is 8, right? This is E. And these values 10, 9, 12, right? This is 10 and this is 12. And this is FG. Right. So we have to find the tension in member FG, right? Okay. So first to find the tension in member FG, this is H, right? This is H. Right. Then I'll do one thing. For example, this is the slope theta 1. Okay, slope theta 1. Then I want to find the force in member FG, right? Then cut the cable like this. This is the section 1 1. Okay, so cable subjected to tensile forces na. Now mark the tensile force. Okay, so force in this member is Fg. Okay, force in member Fg, right? Right. Then consider section 1 1. Cut the cable. Okay, in segment, in between segment in Fg. Okay, then consider left part of the structure. Why left part of the structure? Because we know the support reactions left part. Okay, just resolve this force in horizontal direction and vertical direction, please. Okay, just left part of the structure separately. So this is 12 and this is 8. This is 10, right? So resolve this in horizontal and vertical component. After resolving horizontal and vertical component, this one, then this is force in member Fg cos theta 1. Okay, then vertical component force in member Fg sin theta 1. Okay, right. Then what is this value? Balance it. Apply sigma h equals to 0. Sigma h equals to 0. That is right moving force equals to left moving forces. In this diagram, this force is towards right side na. Force in member Fg cos theta 1, right moving force. What are the left moving forces? Left moving force is 8. Okay, then similarly for this, use sigma v equals to 0, that is downward forces equals to upward forces. Okay, in this diagram, what are the downward forces? This is downward na, force in member Fg sin theta 1 downward, and this 10 also downward equals to, what are the upward forces please? Upward force is 12. Then from this equation, force in member Fg sin theta 1 equals to, okay, what is sin theta 1 from this equation? Fg sin theta 1 equals to, this is 2, right. Now, but we have to find the tensile force, this value we have to find. Consider this triangle please, consider this triangle. Okay, then from this triangle, force in member Fg equals to, so don't go space here, okay, and the root of this one, right? So horizontal component force is this one, Fg cos theta 1, and vertical component force is Fg sin theta 1. Okay, so here better write in next slide. I don't got space here. First hold on this please. Right. Right. Now this is the tensile force in member Fg. Okay, right. Then what is the value we got? Fg cos theta 1 square, cos theta 1. Fg cos theta 1 value is 8, right? Then this is square, 8 square plus, and this value is 2, right? Then this is 2 square. Then solve this equation, you will get the tensile force in member Fg. Then approximately you will get this is 2 point some 5 or 4 you will get, please check it, please, is it 2.5 or 2.4 approximately. Okay, now this is the tensile force, please. Okay, but please check this value, right? Note down, please. Right. Then one more, next question. Right, now this is the question. A prismatic steel beam is shown in the figure. Okay, now given simply supported beam, but loading is eccentric, please. The plastic moment MP calculated for the collapse mechanism using static method and kinematic method. Okay, he asking to find the plastic moment value using kinematic method and static method, please. Remember students, if you use static method or kinematic method, plastic moment value same only, please. It is not different. You will get same only. If you use static method or kinematic method, both methods give the plastic moment value same only. Okay, so here in which option is same? Plastic moment by static method 2 PL by 9. In all the option, is it same or not? This value is same. Plastic moment value is same. Okay, then again no need to find the this magnitude, please, waste of time. Okay, but simple concept, that is plastic moment by using static method or kinematic method, both values get plastic moment value same only. Then here which one is equal? Equal. Okay, then option C is correct, please. Okay, note down, please.